Everett. That was a really nice form. And in this competition, it's 17 and under, and they actually go head to head just in this format. And I believe there is over 25 competitors. And Ty is only 11 years old. And Ty Pravong from my school, actually in London, Bernardo Karate. These are the two top competitors throughout the weekend, and they're going head to head. And Ty is also going to do a traditional style form. You'll notice the white stripe. Ty's a junior black belt. So at some schools, you don't receive a full black belt till you're 16. So that's why he has the white stripe through his black belt. You notice those low stances takes a lot of strength in the legs. Stay low like that. And of course the power and the concentration and the skill level of such young competitors. Nice form. I think the judges are going to have a tough decision this evening.
Competitors line up. Judges, when you're ready. We have 3 votes to 2. Our winner from Ottawa, Ontario, Everett Carrington.
Wow, and Everett, pulled out the win. He did a nice job. And that was close. That was 3 judges to 2.
From Toronto, Ontario, Canada, the co-promoter of the Toronto Tournament of Martial Arts Champions, John Pellini.
Nice work.
Right, so when we come back, a couple more events to go. You're watching the Canadian Open Martial Arts Championships on Rogers TV. welcome back to Palais Congrès in Gatineau for the Canadian Open Martial Arts Championships, and we're getting set now for the Elite Women's Fighting Final.
Yep, this is the top two women fighters, Morgan Plowden and Chelsea Nash. I mean, they were probably the two favorites coming into this event. In fact, they're probably the two favorites at most tournaments that go to around the world. But yeah, they're meeting right now. It's going to be two-minute rounds, total points. And these ladies have just had some great fights over the last couple years.
You mean head-to-head they faced each other many times?
Head-to-head, yes. They've fought each other, quite a few times. Chelsea relies on her speed, and Morgan's a little bit bigger and tries to use her strength with that lead leg side kick. But they're both complete fighters. They can both kick, they can both punch. And as we said, they started when they're 6, 7 years old, 'cause they both come from karate families. The Nash family in Hamilton and the Plowden family in Detroit. Chelsea just took the lead 2-1. And you can tell these fighters know each other. A lot of respect for each other.
Seconds.
You see the movement. Chelsea's using that movement to keep away from Morgan's lead leg. And right now, that first round, definitely Chelsea was able to dictate when the exchanges took place, and that gave her the edge. Morgan's this second round, I'm sure her coach is telling her she can't let that happen right there, that reverse punch. That's what she needs to do, is be more aggressive and try to go in.
That was the only point she gave up, though, in that round.
Yeah, Chelsea only gave up the one. And I mean, we saw, Morgan was pretty dominant earlier, but I mean, these are just, skilled fighters. But I mean, Morgan has beaten her. So I mean, 4-1, it's a deficit, but it's definitely not something that she can't overcome for sure. And you see Raymond giving Chelsea some pointers in the corner, and Chelsea actually fought with Raymond Daniels and his all-star team because they were looking for, we had a co-ed team event, and Chelsea helped them win that event this weekend. So there's some loyalty in the corner, some coaching.
Yeah, there you go. Good, buddy. Stop moving out of range.
And she just got caught up, the legs got caught up together there.
We have a quick time. Fighters ready?
Nice side kick, but that defense was there to block it. But again, Chelsea knows that Morgan has to come in, so she's going to try to do just that right there, try to work the side kick.
4-2 Nash. That's a nice punch. And Chelsea has to keep some aggression, because if Morgan knows she's only going to back up, it makes it a little bit easier. One minute.
And there's that bread and butter point, that reverse, that right hand punch of Chelsea's. This, man or woman, it's one of the best in the sport. 6-3. Morgan's coming back. Oh, that was a nice kick.
30 seconds.
I think that took something out of Morgan right there. That hook kick to the head just gets you thinking about the kick, and it allows Chelsea to set up other techniques to come in. That's a nice punch by Morgan.
Side kick.
Oh, and that's it. Time ran out on Morgan. Chelsea Nash, our elite women's winner. Impressive 9-5 fight.
Nash, 9-5.
There's that reverse punch exchange.
Women's elite fighting
Oh, and there's
champion
that
Chelsea
2-point.
Nash.
I think after that point, it was, just
Presenting
mentally just kind of
from
threw
Studio
Morgan off her
Unique,
game.
the
When you
next
get caught
Claire
with such
Cacosa.
a beautiful kick like that. And that's Claire Cacosa on stage giving out. She's one of
Morgan
Canada's
Plowden
top
on stage.
women fighters.
And our runner-up, Morgan Plowden.
She doesn't fight as often right now, but she's one of the best.
All right, we're going to have a demonstration, a kata demonstration coming up next.
So yeah, we have another kata demonstration up.
Yeah, before the our final fight of the show, we have one more kata demonstration.
As our winners take
And this is
photo.
Stephanie Mercier,
Our demonstration
and
kata
she actually
coming
won
from
the female
Safuki,
junior black belt
Montreal, Canada.
weapons division this weekend.
Stephanie
She's from
Mercier.
Montreal. She trains with world-renowned Pierre Saunier at Samfuki Martial Arts, and she's 13 years old, and she's going to be doing her musical bow form. All right, nice form. You can see a lot of skill there. That's why she won the women's, or the junior girls
Stephanie
black belt
Mercier
kata
from
grand in the
Safuki,
daytime
Montreal,
today.
Canada. Coming up next, we have
Well,
our
here we
men's
go, our
elite
final
fighting
fight.
Final.
And
Our last two fighters.
really, I
our last
mean,
match of the
kind of
evening.
expected to see Raymond Daniels in the final
Alright,
here.
coming up on our
And
left
Richard
side of the
Plowden, a little
stage
bit younger
from
fighter,
Detroit,
but
Michigan.
he's had an impressive weekend.
We have
He's had some
Richard
good wins this,
Plowden.
and I think he's had the tougher road to get to this match. So I think he has the confidence. It should be an interesting fight, I think.
Yeah, so these are the two that you anticipated at the start would be.
Yeah,
as
there's
far-
a few. I mean, it's a random draw for the order once you get down to 8. So, sometimes it depends who you fight. And like I said, I think Richard had a little bit tougher draw getting here than Raymond did. Raymond's definitely probably the favorite fighter, more experienced. Richard, like I said, is a younger gentleman. I believe he goes to Michigan University in the States. He's 19 years old, juggling school and sport karate.
The Wolverines.
He's the Wolverine, that's right. And, I know he's been looking forward. I was speaking with him before the event, and one of the guys that he was looking forward to fighting is Raymond Daniels, trying to beat him. So, this is what he was kind of hoping for, he said, So let's see what happens.
And I imagine they've faced each other a number of times in the
No,
past.
these guys haven't fought that often
No.
because Richard's younger, and they actually fought in the daytime today in one of the divisions. And it was a close fight, but Raymond won. So, he has that confidence going in. But I think the fights this evening that Richards won has probably given him some more confidence for this final fight.
Will you do that early on in the fight? Will you take a warning just to kind of
Yeah,
get under your
like
opponent's skin?
Yeah, you can do that. I mean, these guys are both, experienced, and they have respect for each other that way. But definitely Raymond, being the more experienced fighter, really wants to control the tempo, slow it down. He wants to get Richard thinking about what he's going to do. And that's what Richard wants to do. There's his first point. He wants to take it to Raymond. You got to have respect for a better fighter, but if you lay back and give him too much respect, you make it an easy match for him. You want to, be aggressive.
Yeah, he was up 2-0. You could tell something was wrong with his glove.
Yeah, it was just coming off. I think this is Raymond trying to slow the pace down right now. He's down by 2.
2-1 Plowden.
Now he's back, Oh, and that's a nice head kick. And when you get that 2-point kick, we saw Richard's sister, Morgan, kind of deflated her a bit. We saw Richard come right back with a point, so that's what you want to do. If you get down with a head kick, is try to answer it right away. And there's another head kick. And the headgear's off here, so.
Well, in the last fight, this obviously didn't really, remember he jammed his wrist.
Yeah, these guys have, like you said, they started fighting
Score is
Friday.
5-3
So
Daniels.
you're looking at, accumulation of, I'm guessing probably 7 or 8 fights at least that they've had this weekend. And in Richard's case, probably a few more, because I think he went through the division. So, I mean, little things like a jammed wrist kind of just play into it. And part of it is just sort of, staying healthy over the course of that many fights, but it's just, it's the wear and tear. It's the banging together of the knees, stuff like that. So you have to watch.
Tell the referee was really examining him too.
Oh yeah. Obviously, yeah. Safety is number one. So
you're still looking to talk to him.
Yeah. Oh, and that's just a sneaky little point right there. A lot of experience, just blocking and just basically like a game of tag, just trying to score that point. It just looks like, Richard has him on the ropes, but he's still Raymond the movement side to side. Boy, Richard just came back with a nice little body jab. Richard didn't want that 2-point head kick right there before the end of the round. So 8-4 after the first round. And Raymond, that's 3 2-point head kicks in the match, and that's pretty impressive. Oh, and there's one of them right there. And you just see it. That's Richard answering that 2-point head kick, and that's why he's here, because he's a resilient fighter.
A nice little camera shot there is
Father-son going over it, yeah. And it's easier to coach. I mean, his dad's been in this situation, he's been up fights or down, and he knows how to react. He's going to tell him the right things, I think it's going to be important the start of this second round. If Richard can close the gap, it's going to be a good fight. Raymond's going to try to open up that gap. He's got a 4-point lead, and if he can get another point or 2 up, then it forces Richard to maybe run into things to be overly aggressive. So the first 30 seconds of this round could decide the match.
Round 2.
There you go, 9-5. Richard's keeping it close. Nice back fist. He's within 3 now, 9-6.
Raymond Daniels.
go within 4 again, so if he can keep this within 3 or 4. And again, Raymond just so relaxed in the ring. He knows he's up by 5 right now.
Yeah, it looks like that cut reopened.
Yeah, he just wants to make sure that it's closed. He's a smart fighter. He knows exactly where he is in the match. He has 46 seconds left. He has a lead by 5. Just some good explosive speed there by Raymond off the line. Trying to keep that 4 or 5 point lead.
Yeah, the lead down to 4 now, 20 seconds left.
Yeah. Unless Richard's got a big 2-point kick, he needs to throw it. Oh, he's within 3. He needs something big.
That's it for time.
And that's time. You know, great fight by Richard, but just couldn't overcome that experience that Raymond has. You know, we mentioned him at the top of the show, and, you know, the best rose to the top. Raymond Daniels had the year off last year with the Achilles injury. He looked awesome this weekend. Definitely deserves that.
Yeah, he definitely did, and we're going to be back in just a moment to wrap everything up. We're at the Canadian Open Martial Arts Championships. We'll be back to wrap it all up for you in just a moment. You're watching Rogers TV. All right, welcome back. We're here with our 2 winners from the events tonight, Raymond Daniels, Chelsea Nash, and well, we'll start off with the congratulations to both of you, and then yeah, maybe just take us through that fight. Obviously, that got pretty close at the end, but you built up that nice little lead.
Oh yeah, definitely. You know, there's a good young fighter coming up in the game, so you know, hat goes off to him. But try and control the fight, control the situation, and you know, do my best and have a victorious outcome. You know, so great time.
I guess we'll just use your mic there, Mike.
I have a lot of respect for Morgan, first and foremost. All of our fights are super close. We're both blitzers. Tonight I tried to control the distance a little bit more, just because we are both fast. So I didn't want to let her get off the line, so I tried to control the distance, and it worked. So it was a good outcome.
Yeah, it was awesome. I mean, both you're undefeated all weekend. You're on the winning team. You won your individual divisions and the grands. I know, Raymond, you were coming off an Achilles injury. You look great out there, but how'd you feel? How did the leg feel?
I felt pretty good overall. Felt pretty good overall. You know, I'm coming back from my Achilles injury. I had to take 6 months in the cast and get stuff, so it's maybe my third event back. So, you know, I feel like I'm about 70–80% of myself, but, you know, I have so much love for the game. Mr. Bernardo and Mr. Douvris, they put on such a great event. This is my first year here, so I had to make sure if I was able to walk, I was going to definitely make sure I made it out to the Canadian Open, because it's going to be one of the most prestigious events, and I put it on my to-do list every year now.
That's good stuff. So what's next for both of you?
We'll be we're representing top 10 now, so our next big event that we'll be going to will be the Austrian Classics. We're representing Fighters Inc. as well, so we'll be going to Austria to Mr. Krugenhauser's tournament, so I'm definitely looking forward to going to represent top 10 out there.
And Chelsea, where are you going?
My next one will be in 2 weeks in Rhode Island. It's actually our coach's tournament, so it's a pretty important one. I'm looking forward to it.
Got to win that one, right?
You have to.
All right, well, Chelsea, Raymond, thanks a lot. Congratulations, both of you on the victory. Hope you had fun here this weekend, and yeah.
Thank you for having us. We appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
All right, so that does it for us here at Palais de Congrès. You're watching the Canadian Open Martial Arts Championships on Rogers TV.